The power of the pattern. Individual method mind map presentation for Courtney Wagoner. Dr. Steve Katie's class for summer semester 2017. My presentation, The Power of the Pattern, is a look into the process I used for identifying patterns in 8 change methods. Over the next slides, I will take you through my development from affinity diagram to mind map and beyond, and how along the way key terms and phrases began to emerge from the methods. We'll look at methods that reflect the whole system collaboration and change in order to understand organizations at a deeper level. In turn, this will show you how you can be a change superhero by making informed contributions and well thought out decisions. Listed here are the 8 change methods. The 3 I picked, World Cafe, Maestro Conference, and Scenario Thinking, all resonated with me because of the effects and focus they have on community, creativity, and collaboration, 3 things I fight for on a daily basis. I initially struggled to keep my head above water. I went through each of the 8 methods, assigned them a different color ink, and wrote keywords and phrases from each on Post-it notes. I began placing the notes on the wall for an affinity diagram. I initially grouped them in the 8 methods, but I began to envision their placement in the 6 buckets. Moving the keywords and phrases, they began to form power clusters around the design elements. OMG, this diagram had transformed into a paper version of my mind map. As a visual learning, I was beginning to enjoy the process. With patterns as my central focus, I began to build the design clusters off of it. The method's unique keywords fell into these buckets, and slowly a web of information was spun, wrapping together common links and showcasing what makes them similar and different. In Google Draw, I laid out every wording collected around the 6 design elements. Well, change is inevitable. Whole system collaboration and change efforts ensure that all factors considered and all valued opinions are heard in the change effort. With this in mind, and thanks to my feedback, I dove deeper into my mind map, focused on emergent power patterns and themes from version 1.0. From my findings, I evolved my mind map and created a more focused structure. The intertwining of these pieces wove an intricate design on which to build a strong foundation. I used pattern as the lens of the 6 design elements, and the power of the patterns were going to propel me through this process. Now, whether you're having a large-scale conversation or talking face-to-face, system incorporates the best environment for the powerful progress. People and things working together to get something done. Size of the group, diverse meeting structure, types of applications. The purpose gives the power to the participants and makes their organizations better as a result. The purpose carries the outcomes and asks why we are initiating the change. Specific outcomes, long-lasting impact, collaborate planning process. Through organizing, planning, and working together, the journey allows for insight, action, and discovery. This step serves as the path for a purpose. Create structure, align direction, time required. The power of the proof. Evidence shows how inspired action, diverse perspectives, and community health has successfully combined to develop results-oriented vision and constructive outcomes. Evidence supports the chosen method. Empowerment, distribute leadership, align team members. Values of motivation and participation help build relationships and create synergy. The values are what makes the organization different from any other. Whole system access, engagement, empowerment. Shared stories and a big picture thinking has to be transparent and constructive. Ultimately, the model must be a building block of theory and thus manageable and/or accessible. Collaboration, online capability, group experience. Depending on the organization or community's needs, an affinity diagram and mind map can help identify what they are truly looking for and will create a visual, verbal, and visceral example to aid in the change process. I find the way the info is collected and then shown beneficial to my learning style. The power of the pattern emerging from the affinity diagram and mind map is a good identifying tool. In the field of OD, I believe these methods are great to facilitate conversations by people who have the same goal, get them engaged in the change method, and help provide a safe environment. I've found that I'm more organized with my thoughts as a result. Based on my feedback and reviews, I tried to focus more on the key words to build a stronger foundation. I found the powerful emergence of relationships, communication, engagement, involvement, and transformation. Once these are identified, the best suited method can be selected to guide the change process. As stated earlier, change is inevitable. The identifying patterns and powerful emergence of steps I found important to identifying the best suited method guides this process of change. In the words of Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Although I use the Change Handbook for the majority of my research, I also found these 4 books and articles helpful as well. Thank you for your time.